my live privileges back. I got my live privileges back. I could go on more with my little rhyming, but clear energy today. Thank you, Father. Make this all of you and none of me. Lord Jesus, help us. Help us. We all need it as a whole. As a whole, we need help. Help me. Help me, damn it. You know why we need help? Because we don't have each other. There is no human connection anymore. And you know, that's the main thing we need right now, you guys. Is each other. And we're so pissed off still at me versus you. You know what I'm saying? And it don't favor our lives, you guys. It don't favor our lives at all. You know, what was Rome built? Not in a day, we know. But was it Rome built by itself? No, it wasn't. In fact, they had other builders, right? So when God says, I am establishing the new kingdom on earth as well as in heaven, what do you think that means? You think one person can do it alone? No. Our mentality has to shift if we're still in that 3D carnal thinking, which it's hard not to be because we have to participate in it every day. I understand that. But to know the difference between the two and what you're dealing with as far as a problem, because I like to always bring a solution to a problem. Now, do I know all the solutions? No, or I'd be fixed. Abracadabra, right? Because I still have a thorn in my side every now and then, you know, just like Paul always talked about. He talked about it so that people could relate. Because I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to, you know, that's why people have been done with the church for a long time. And me, myself included. Like, I don't want to be going getting persecuted by humans. There's only one judge that I know of, and it's the Most High. So why is this man or woman telling me I'm going to be going to hell when they don't know me? They don't know my heart. They don't know my heart like God does. You see what I'm saying? They might see the outer appearance and think this, that, and the third of you. It doesn't matter. God knows your heart, and that's why He is within you. You guys have chosen each other. Don't get it twisted. It ain't like you're just chosen. You chosen back. And you know, no matter where you're at in this walk, things will become clear to those you guys that are made to reach this message. Things are going to become clear. Del Rey, one of my A1s since day ones. I'm glad to see you in here. I miss you, sister. My last live got I thought that was somebody I might knew. My last live got suspended and I still don't know why. Just because I can, I guess. It's anymore, don't bother me, you know what I mean, guys? No, but I've been trying to do this paperwork for my company for the past. I'd rather take an ass whipping than have to do paperwork. But it took so much longer than I thought because I've been trying to get on here to talk to you guys all day. So this message has fought me a lot. I'm happy to see you too. Really. It sparking my heart to know that you're still with me. To know that one of my, you know what I mean, to know that some of my day ones are still with me, it shows, it even helps me understand that I'm not crazy. Because we all ask ourselves that during this stuff, because we're programmed to not believe in it. But as, you know, the veil's being lifted, that's why we have to confirm stuff within each other. That's all we got. There's two separate bloodlines running around. Bloodline of Cain, the bloodline of Abel. The reason Cain was so pissed off was because God chose Abel and not him. So he went into a jealous rage and murdered him. Look at Shanquilla Robinson. Look at all these people that we could fall in that same category, right? I don't even know what made me go there. But, like, being around a jealous, envious person, because, look, isolation can be tough. Trust me, I've been through it for a long time now. But that's how I've gained my spiritual wisdom as well, too. And that's how you do that as alone. But, you know, sometimes you just crave, like I was thinking the other night, I just want one person that I could go to that I just to love me, just to hug me. Not want nothing from me, not me not wanting for nothing from them, just genuine, just connection. And I couldn't think of not one person, guys. And I did cry, like a little cry baby, but you know, it hurt my feelings. Because I needed something, and I had to ask myself, Caitlin, what is it? Why are you feeling like this? What's up with you? And it's like, because I'm thinking my daughter wasn't here, you know, and I'm like, nobody loves me for real. Not for real, not the way that I love them. Am I saying my love is, you know, and it's perfect? No, of course not. But I know that I'm not out to gain materials or objects or status from somebody else's name or whatever. How are you guys doing today? I love you too. I love you too, guys. I've been missing you guys. I've been trying to get on here all day. Literally, it's been crazy. Everything's been fighting me tooth and nail. But, you know, like, I've been trying to go with the flow anyway, regardless, because, like, it's you versus you, basically. But the enemy, what we call the enemy, it's good to put it in that point of view. That way you can understand it a little better, you know, because not everybody knows that it's you versus you at the end of the day, because only you can save you. Only you can reach out to God. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's 100%. Like, I can steer you in the right direction all day long, but it takes your mouth, your deeds to seek him and to figure out what the hell's going on, what's wrong with your, whatever the case is. Because everybody always wants to go to God with their problems, right? I know. I thank you, Kenneth. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All glory to God. He's the manufacturer. I get persecuted for it, though, sir. Wow, girls, you look so different from the last time I've seen you. Really? In a good way or a bad way? The blow. Hopefully a good way. I know I'm exhausted. Almost had spiritual warfare around outside and several buzzards above, and I rebuked and prayed against. You know, it's so weird that you even brought that up. Like, why would you even bring that up to me? It's so weird, because the other day, okay, and I don't never have friends or nothing like that over, guys, and I had a friend over, well, acquaintance, I like to consider people, because you know, we have trust issues. We've been stabbed in the back a million times, you know, we just pull them out, keep going. That's all we got to do. But anyways, this in particular person was here, and 2 bald eagles flew up out of my yard. And I know that they were real, that they were bald eagles, because the wingspan was huge. I ain't never seen one in my life, let alone 2. And it was just mind-blowing. But I didn't take it as an attack. I sometimes, when I see certain birds, I feel like it's like a Snow White. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And then she sends out her crows. Kind of like that. I kind of get that vibe sometimes. But this time, it was kind of so surprising. It scared the shit out of me, because as soon as I opened up my door, they took off. And I'm like, what is going on? Are they creeping on us, Dell? Are they creeping on us, or what's going on? I think, you know what I think it is? I think we were just starting to vibrate at such an organic level, like we were supposed to all along, that things are more attracted to us than what it was before. Maybe they were the weirdos that Snow White witch might have sent out. We don't know. When you realize that you know nothing, that's the beginning of all wisdom. I mean, besides the fear of God, right? Because if you think back at it, you know, I don't care what degree or how many years you've spent in college, where did that source come from? And where did that source come from? We got to keep going back to the writings on the wall, you know, and that's what I want to stick to, you know, and some of the scriptures, they're a little weird. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I'm saying this, and I love God, and God knows I love him. But some of them, they're contradicting, and it's just, it's like a horror story on some of them books. And I've studied so much of it that I know it, you know. And I'm like, I read Deuteronomy, and I cried for like 2 days, because I was way down in Texas. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was going nuts. And I read Deuteronomy, and I was like, you did that? But it you know what it did? It gave me that, well, no wonder I'm such a badass. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm saying no wonder I'm such a warrior. I have warrior spirit. You know what I mean? It's just, it connected me more to my manufacturer than anything, because I was always taught that he was all love and merciful, which he is, but there's also that wrath side of God that we got to get in tune with. And a lot of us that have that like death before dishonor type of vibe, and you mean it, I hope that made sense. Did that make sense? But are, yes, they are. But does that take away my love for God? No. Does that make me question what no, not at all. But I have such an open mind. I just want to know. I just want to learn. I want to learn more about what the deal is with this God that we call God, you know? Because I know what I call God, I know it. But it could be the universe. See, some of you guys, it could be other stuff, Allah, whatever. Everybody's welcome to this ministry. I'm not promoting division through Christianity. I'm not doing it. Or through hypocrisy. God's trying to reach whoever he can, however he can. And that's why he picks little nutbags like me. That, you know, listen to Tupac and everything else. Like, I never would have dreamed in a million years that I would ever be doing work for God. I told my dad like 4 years ago, and he looked at me and he said, you're probably schizophrenic, is what he said. And from that moment on, I thought, you're not on my team. And I just went silent, and I never spoke on it again. And here I am, right? I never wanted the exposure. I never wanted to be popular or famous or anything like that, or anybody to know my name. In fact, I wanted to be hidden. I don't want you guys to hate me even more than you already do, because that's what my life's been. And I really didn't know why, but it's starting to make sense now the older I get. But I don't know where I was going with that. But the main thing is that, like, I have unconditional love for God. I don't care. Some people get on here and they're like, you promote the God that promotes slavery. And it's like, we are slaves, sir. We are. What do you think you're doing? I mean, this stuff is deep. This is not just a sky daddy. You know, like, and that's why I always bring back that Santa Claus, because we made that clause with Satan. And I know people think I'm taking this too far, but if you move the N and the T around or something like that, it spells Satan. So you think you're a little kid. It says in Scripture. Let me get my Bible real quick. It says in Scripture, write your vision down and make it plain. Ask God, right? And then you sign it. You make it claused. And then here you're a little innocent child, and your parents are thinking they're doing you right because it's tradition. Just like I did my daughter. My daughter made a clause with him too because I thought I was being a good mom. And I had everybody else in my ear, you're going to make that baby a weirdo and everything else. And I'm like, I don't want her to be weird because I've been outcasted my whole life. But at the same time, I don't want her to reject God. So I had to sit her down. I'm like, listen, kid, I'm sorry, but I lied to you. And she said, what? I can't even talk about it because it'll make me cry. I love Jeremiah. Let me go grab it real quick. Jeremiah's where it all started. I'm not sure what your name is, but Jeremiah's where it all started, which was crazy too, because I don't know where my real one's at. I mean, they're all real. I don't know where my real one's at. I have a real Bible. I mean, they're all real, but this one's like not real to me. Like, I got the one that's like supernatural to me. Like, it's like a book of answers or whatever you want it to be, right? But this one came from my sisters, so maybe it's special too. We never know. You do? Well, I'm glad somebody relates to it. Well, because there's only one that is like supernatural with me. It's followed me and it got me. You know where I found it? In the lowest places that I could find it. And that's what's crazy. That's how God moves. And that's what the church don't do a good job at, your traumas and linking the two. They want to just be holier than thou, and that's it. They don't want to link the trauma that real life people go through every day to their God. And I think that's why God's stripping power. There's a big power switch, and I leave it open on Psalms on my on my nightstand, not the one, not the main one, but the the second one. And I know that these book of Psalms are basically like you're speaking something. If those you guys know, it's, and if you don't know, if you want to know, I'll tell you, because I think it's important that you know it, or at least try it. It's like you're speaking words. How could I say this, Holy Spirit, to not make it sound weird? You were fighting the good fight through that, through Psalms. Fighting the good fight, like warfare, anything like that. You want to, crack back on one. Psalms is where it's at. It's like a book of, I don't want to say it like that. It's like the Psalms was written by King David, right? And you got to think back, way back to Moses. This is where my conclusion came from, and I could be wrong, guys. But Moses was a magician, right? He was out there proving which God's greater. Like, I can bring the plague on the land. You can do this, and then you can do that. But I'm going to do this because the Most High God was with him, right? Confirmation. So he was performing magic, but it was white magic, okay? Some people might get mad at me for this, but just hear me out. Just hear me out, because it's true. It's right. It's all there. If you read it, it's there. I always knew that I had different thought processes than most. I always knew I was different, and I hated myself for it, right? Because I never fit in, but I never cared to neither. I was cool to be left alone in the back, but I just couldn't wait to grow up. And I know a lot of kids say that, but I knew that once I finally was able to get a car and get to moving, I would be able to move around, and I was no longer under the guardianship of these nutbags of my my mom and dad. Well, my dad, you know what I mean? They were no longer in control of me. I had to grow my wings a little bit, but I've been the same person. I mean, I'm sure I had childlike moments, but a lot of what goes on in my mind, it's been the same tone for years. And now that I'm fully growing in, look, I just turned page 365. It's weird. But the more that I grow into it, it's like, wow, I finally made it. I finally made it into that woman that I knew I would be. But I look nothing like what I've been through, you guys. Nothing, like almost the most worst addictions that you could be addicted to. I have been out there in it, in the thickest of it, with people that I should have never been around. That I'm lucky I made it out alive around. And that's what kept me away from God. I thought how could you use me? I'm 30. I'm soothing my pain. I didn't even think of it that way. I was thinking of it as what everybody else called me. Dope fiend or this or that, right? And how could you choose somebody like me, God? Why? Like, not me. And, yeah, right. I'm going delusional for sure, is what I thought. And he said, come to me on the strength that you have. And when I heard that, I knew it wasn't me. And I did. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life. And I keep thinking of how the emotions I felt. And I felt free. And that's all I ever wanted, was to be free. I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. Like, truly free. I don't want to have to work 9 to 5 to have to live. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to pay my bank note, my car note, and this note and that note. They harass me every month. When a bank note had best friend for serial number. I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Delray, what sucks is when you have to play both sides still. But it's okay. God will give you that perfect blends where you'll be able to, you're going to be wakening people at the same time as you're doing your thing, because you can handle it. God has given you trials and tribulations that were so fucked up. Can I say it that way? I'm sorry, guys. That to where now that you're in, like, deep rooted into him, he knows that you've been through it, so nothing's going to shake you. And that's why a lot of us go through hell. A lot of the chosen ones go through hell and back. A lot of us. I mean, you want to talk to the lowest of the lowest. Like foster homes, growing up foster kids, no parents, orphan Annie. People like that don't turn out good, guys. What are the most broken people? Let's be compassionate for our own species for once instead of an animal. We're more compassionate about a dog than we are stray human. Which I love dogs and I'm the same way, but like in a way, but we got to start changing our mentality about the way we look at our fellow friggin' species. You know, like they were once a kid too. They had broken dreams. Because I know I had them, you know. But as God kept pulling on me, trying to shake me away. He was trying to wake me up from my slumber, that deep slumber I was in. But he don't want to do it violently. You don't want, because this type of stuff can drive you to the insane asylum. And I'm just being real with you. So you have to be deep rooted in whatever brought you out. It doesn't matter. And to me, it was Christ. Christ kept me still when I thought I was paranoid. And I was completely sober because I had to get sober, or because I thought maybe that's what was wrong with me. I thought maybe you've just done maybe your brain ain't right now. You fried it or something. So I had to put it to the test. And I did that by the quality of my life. What was my life looking like? Did my quality of my life look better? Did it look worse? What was the deal there? And am I still the same person? Am I still hearing that same thing? Yes, I am. So I know it ain't just that. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think I'm crazy. They want you to think you're crazy. Listen, if you can stop and ask yourself, I wonder if I'm going crazy. You ain't crazy. A crazy person is busting moves. They don't know. They don't know. They're out there busting moves, acting nuts, and have no idea. You know what I mean? Because, like, the last thing I ever wanted, because when I told Dad about I was going to have a ministry, which I was, I wouldn't say I was strung out or anything, but I was definitely not what the world would consider God-worthy. Especially to preach or anything like that, right? Like, who do you think you are? You know what I mean? Like, I already been through all that process. But when I heard that come into my mind, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, yeah, okay, Caitlin, you're making up more stories. Because I didn't know what was going on. I would play around with it. And it was only me, in my head. And I looked at my dad, we were driving, and I said, Dad, I'm going to have a ministry one day. And I think we were probably smoking a hooter. You know what I mean? And he said, you? Yeah, you probably need to go to psych ward. Or get an evaluation. God don't talk to you. And I'm like, at first I thought, what if he was right? But then I look at the beginning, he talked to Adam and Eve all the time. It's like, leave me alone. Let me dream. What's wrong with my dreams? And now that they're coming to fruition, it's like, holy crap. So when you submit yourself under God, it's not like I'm gaining it ain't like I'm getting rich up here. It ain't like I'm loving the attention or any of that. It's just, I think I'm just trying to meet myself on the other end of it to really, so things become clear, like, he really is alive and well, whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not. And a lot of people are mad. They're mad at God. And I understand that. Like, a lot of atheists, they're mad. They know the truth. They know deep down, but they're mad because something bad happened. And they didn't have, who else are you going to blame it on besides God? You know what I did? I fell down the steps, okay? And I really messed up, guys. I thought I broke my jaw. And I first one to get blamed was God. How could you let this happen to me? Like my clumsy ass, you know? Wake up before you go walking down these steps that are narrow, like little tiny steps. Oh, it was bad though, Ray. I thought I was down for the count. I lay there for about 20 minutes because because I seen the blood and I'm like, oh no, God, instant get persecuted God for it. That poor man ain't, you know, God, it's something I'm trying to really break myself out of because it's not his fault. But how could you let that happen to me? You know, that's the first person I wanted to persecute. So, what scripture did I want to go to, guys? Hold on now, because there's some weird stuff that always goes on when I get into this stuff. If you guys like supernatural stuff, here you go. You guys, I got a note that I just found of poetry, okay? Yeah, that was a while ago. It was a lot worse than I thought, or it looked a lot worse than I thought. But my knee was worse. Like, my knee was the worst part. Because the way, I didn't have my railing. Because I just moved a mattress upstairs, right? I had to take the railing off. So I didn't have a railing. So I felt like I got Patrick Swayze over the steps. You know, like in the movie Ghost. You know, Patrick Swayze. I got Patrick Swayze over the steps. And I think that's why I blame God. I don't know, but it was crazy. But yeah, so the way this supernatural, like this stuff is just crazy. And this is something that came from, I wrote this back in 2014, all right? And I'm sure I was incarcerated at the time. And it's just, this might be reaching for somebody. So I'm just going to keep going with it, man. It makes me, I feel like I'm picking up on something. I'm connecting with somebody and it's making me want to cry. So whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but you're making me want to cry. All right, and it was March 10th, 2014. Here I sit. Okay, my daughter will be here in 30 minutes, so I gotta hurry. Because I don't want her to know all this. Here I sit incarcerated, feeling shitty, feeling tight. No luck, muscles tight, brain tight. I fucking hate this light. Water cold, food hairy. Damn, this shit is scary. The thought of doing life, what the fuck, where's the light? Don't let life pass you by. God knows we're not growing younger, just older. This time makes you wrinkled. Just need to see the twinkle in my own eye I once had before this habit. Time slows as people come and go. I have potential, so chuck your chin up and smile and make this time count. Learn from these fucked up mistakes excuse my language, guys. I was young when I wrote this. As fast as life goes, this shit feels like forever. I've been wondering the weather. Because I was incarcerated during this time, right? Have I been forgotten? Teeth looking rotten. Going through detox just to do it again. This fucking movie won't end. So I just grabbed this pen. All eyes on me. How can this be? Cold ass place. What a disgrace. But best believe I'll be leaving with a smile on my face. A effing disappointment. That's how I'm going to start trying to make this PG. A effing disappointment. Dodging the mirrors. Crushing the fears and fighting the tears. Days feel like years. Why me? This isn't my ending. So here's the beginning. Watch out. Because I'm coming out. Hard, ready for this life. I will succeed. Watch me shine while I climb. That urine, these veins are scarred, but not my heart. These wounds heal, but never forget that shit was real. Now here I kneel. God protect me. Make me strong and know what's wrong. No more effing around. I'm done with the clown. Now's the time I wear my crown. Now is the time I wear my crown. See me shining. But don't hate. Join me. Let's all walk through and succeed. We all used to bleed, but now we can see the clouds. Now we can see the clouds. Move, see the sun. Don't let me be the only one. You can do it just like me. Damn, I hope we can agree. You're beautiful. Inside and out. You best know this without a doubt. Look into me. You see how things can be? We're women. We're strong as fuck. Fuck them if they think we're wrong. Take my hand, follow me. The light is what leads me. No more dark, no more fears. Life's A, B, but I can be beautiful as well. So grab those walls and stop falling into hell. Grab my hand, I'll make you understand. We got this without a doubt. No more drought. We quench these thirsts they all call cravings. Imagine the game without the pain. Shit's looking up. Just never doubt it. We can make it. 10 years past, wow, what a blast. That shit wasn't nothing. Standing proud and tall, never once did we fall. Teaching our experience, pulling other addicts out and into the sun. Now I'm so glad I wasn't the only one. Written by Miss Caitlin R. Steffen, incarcerated, March 2014. To be continued. Now look, I am strong. Love, peace, and strongness. In time comes happiness. Wow, you guys, that was deep for me just because of who I became. And I remember the hatred I was feeling, during that time, and how I wish that people would just stop the judgment and just listen, because I'm not judging them. I don't have no right to. I don't want to walk alone, We're not supposed to. I'm a male, but equally balanced, masculine, feminine. My twin flame is my best friend. 10 years, never met her. Wow. You've never met her? That's crazy. What a gift you just gave to us and yourself. Kennedy, I was thinking of you when I was reading that. I really was. I was tapping into your, I felt you were listening to me. Like, maybe you needed to hear that. Listen, when I was at the very lowest of my lows, I looked like hell to you guys. Some lady, I don't know if I was like, it seemed like I might have been in a holding tank or something for something. Who God knows what I was doing. But this lady, and she was beautiful. And she came to me and she said, hey, I used to be just like you one time. And I think I was probably puking or something. I was in a bad shape. And it's kind of like a dream almost. But she was so beautiful. And I said, you used to be like me? And it gave me hope to hold on. I thought, God, if she used to be like me, maybe I can do it too. Maybe I'll be free too one day. Maybe I'll be like her one day. Because I never had a mother to do it, or, nobody around me in my immediate circle to say anything like that. So, because they were just as lost as I was. You had a Jesus glow up. So pretty. Aw, you guys. All glory goes to God, you guys. I don't want no credit. Never did I. He knows that. He knows that how I feel about that. And it's for a reason. I mean, of course, guys, it's good to hear compliments, and it's good to know that you guys accept me. That was that fear of rejection, right? Because I've been rejected my whole life. So that knowing that other people out there, that whether you're lost or not, I don't care if you're a millionaire watching this. It doesn't matter. That acceptance is what I've always wanted and wished I had. Because, hell, my mother couldn't even accept me. Even when I was innocent. It's like, geez, But I said to myself when I was a kid, I will never treat my kid this way if I ever have one. And by God, I kept my word. And I had her in the penitentiary, Kennedy, on a misdemeanor charge. I wasn't no hardened criminal. I was just a flight risk, that they would let me out and I would take off. I didn't want to go back. Who does? And I was young. I didn't have no kids or nothing. I just was running AWOL. Having the time of my life, knowing I had just a year. That's all I thought. It's only a year. It's only a year, yeah, when you're sitting in there. It seems like it's a lot longer than that. What's up, Jeff? How are you? You can tell me your story anytime, you guys. I love your guys. Some of your guys' testimonies have kept me going. When I was out in Texas and like I first started this channel and stuff, I didn't think I was really doing anything. I didn't think anybody would ever listen to anything I had to say, right? And some of your guys' testimonies came through, man, and I mean, I would just cry because it's like, there's no way, little old me, like, no way that something I said helped that person. Like, it really showed me who I was, and it was all God. God needed me to see who I was so he could really develop that confidence in me. And I'm telling you this so you can hopefully, start taking the tools and utilizing it yourself if you struggle with that. To get that confidence that he needs you to have in order to speak boldly and fiercely without shaking. Or I stutter sometimes, but I've been a stuttering Stanley since I was little. so we can't blame that on that. But that's why I had to go and do what I did. That's why I left. I didn't tell nobody I was leaving. And I thought maybe, because I didn't know, guys. I'd never signed a lease. I'd never had a credit card. I'd never had nothing outside of confinement of, like, either if I wasn't homeless or whatever I was doing. Who knows? I was all over the place. And I always had morals, though. I never was the type to be very sexual immoral. I never did do that. I'm not going to say I never did it, but I never was like too gone in that. Thank God for that, because I think there's a reason God keeps us away from certain people. And if some of you ladies right now that know you're chosen and you're married to God, and like, we have hormones, especially those of us that are maturing, you guys are going to experience cravings because your biological clock's running out, right? It's our instincts, guys. It's that beast side of us. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's what this was supposed to be about. The conquering of the beast. That beast side of us will be craving affection like sex, right? Because of our biological clock's starting to run thin as we mature. But you might try, and it won't happen because you're God's. And until your divine counterpart comes rolling along, I don't think anybody will be able to touch you. There's something in your spirit that they just can't. So if you are experiencing that, count it all joy. There ain't nothing wrong with you. You're not just getting old. No. Don't be putting no insecurities on yourself. You are married to God, the Most High, and He is jealous. And if people say, "Oh, God's not jealous," read your word. You're not reading your word. It's all there. Hey, King Manners, I ain't seen you in forever. How are you guys doing? I'm so glad to see you guys again. Welltown. What's that mean, Dell? You were just down the street from me. Where? When? What do you mean? Welltown? You missed me? Oh, I missed you guys too. No, I don't do daily devotions. I used to, guys, but I just got suspended. I don't know. I guess I was suspended for like a week. I don't even know why. It was the first time I'd been on in forever too. Because I know why. I was saying something. I was just trying to help. Somebody needed that message. You know what I mean? But somebody took it the wrong way and like blocked me for it. But because I was picking up on it intuitively that somebody, didn't have good thoughts. And I wanted them to know that I need them. Not me. We all need you here at your best. No matter what. And you got to look at what your Messiah went through when he was in the desert. And what he was saying. And what was manifesting in his mind. What thoughts were going on. What was he thinking? What was going on? He could turn water to wine. think about this. That's alchemy. That's an alchemist. And some people think that people. I thought it was foreign to me, guys. When I heard this, when God told me this, I was testing the spirit because I thought it was foreign too. I thought that don't seem like it's the two should be there. The more I started learning, the more I would trust. The more it became clear. He towed neighbor out of the snow on his own, with tractor. Who did? I can turn an oil stain into a truck. I can turn an oil stain into kitty litter. It looks like you're sitting in a chair for a queen. Oh, Michael Prince, you've been following me. You're one of my day ones too. Some of you guys believed in me before I even did. Thank you for that. I really genuinely, to the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. Those you guys that stuck with me when I maybe wasn't making sense, or maybe I was. Because this has been like a roller coaster ride, but it's coming up. You cracked me up back then and still. Hey, April, how are you? He can drive my truck, go fishing. Here. Who? God? Where's your accent from? You know what's weird? I don't know where my twang comes from. My mom, both my parents don't have it. So I don't know. I think it's like a hood bumpkin kind of thing. Maybe when I was younger, because like my role models were like Tupac, DMX, Ludacris. I didn't have no parental guidance, you guys. But it's just funny because that is just funny. But it's like, maybe I kind of, that's where I got that like hood bumpkin slang. I don't know. I did grow up in the country though, so that may be where some of the twang comes from. But I never did like the way they talked. It sounded unintelligent to me. And here I am. Look at the the pot calling this kettle black. You know what I mean? I wonder how many times I've done that in my life. These people don't sound educated. Here I am, education as far as what the world goes is a lot different than spiritual education and things like that, if you want my opinion. Spiritual wisdom will help you more than what you'll learn in any man-made book, right? All books were written by men, but not all books were written by prophets. It is just a perception. I was a parent and still liked Tupac and Ludacris. Education and indoctrination. You know what, Jesse? I feel the same way. I feel like it's because that strong delusion of these, like, the word? I just said it a minute ago. The people that don't believe in God, like the atheists, they went to college and did their, they got their master's degree and this and that, and they're very smart, I'm sure, in their field, but they don't believe in God. Why is that? Because they have some weird indoctrination going on there that's disconnecting you from your manufacturer. If you have a rod knocking in your Porsche outside, say you got a Porsche, say because you're a Porsche model being, the child of God that you are, you're a child of God. If you're one of God's, you're a luxury being. And you got a rod knocking, you're not going to take it to Joe Schmuck that works on foreign vehicles. You're going to take it to the dealership, the manufacturer, the one that made it. Don't be looking out. You're trying to find answers maybe, or trying to seek what to do next. Those you guys that are being still for God, like what can I do next, or how can I get confirmation, or this or that. From my experience now, since I've matured a little bit more, I would relax and think for yourself, and follow your inner Trust yourself for once. Trust what's going on inside of you for once. Don't worry about what anybody's ever said to you. Because a lot of times, the things that they taught you to hate are the things that make you great. And I know it sucks, but it's the matrix, guys. I just did that last night, Bartley. 1 o'clock in the morning. I know, it sounds horrible. 1 o'clock in the morning using a chainsaw. There was playing lights out, but we were freezing. Well, my daughter wasn't. She was in the room with two heaters plugged in on 2 separate circuits. But like, gosh, we were cold. And I was mad too. I was pissed. Don't sit here and let me fool you. Like I was just hee ha. Let me get my wood cut. No, I was mad. And I said, God, what's wrong with me? Why don't I have a man that can just at least do this for me? It's not time yet. He needs me to be by myself. For now, and that's okay. I can handle it till then, But I'm getting weary with packing that wood in by myself, and my body hurts. I'm a woman. We're not made to be out doing this brute labor. You know what I mean? And men, there is stigma that women do get in the workplace. Like with me being an elevator technician, you wouldn't believe the people that they know I'm a woman, and then they see me, they won't want me to work on their stuff. Just because they think I'm a dingbat. Or like I don't know what I'm doing. Just because I'm small and I guess, I don't know, not a man. And I've gotten used to it. And my dad has showed me ways, because that's how the elevator trade, I got in it with my dad. And it's his fault, because he'd always say, you're never going to need a man. And it's like, I want one though, Dad. I kind of do need one. You know what I mean? I'm glad. Because I do want to be feminine, Like, I want to know what it's like to, first, but I haven't, like, my daughter, she'll be here soon, so I'm going to go ahead and get it all out before the beans on about her dad before she gets here. But her dad was an idiot, okay? And he would go and buy waterlogged wood for the fireplace, and he'd let the house flood. He didn't know how to use the fluke. He was just an idiot. And I mean, no matter how many times impatient I was with this man to try to get him to learn these simple things like the fluke, you turn it open when you before you open the door, so the house don't fill. We got a baby in the other room, and you're letting the house fill up with smoke. You know what I mean? And then I'd go off, and then we'd start fighting, and it was just always because of his stupidity. It was as bad as that sounds, but he was an idiot. And always wanted to one-up me. Like, he was always in competition with me. And I was just trying to get my life back together. We just got our own place. And I just got out of prison and just got my bait. I was trying to get my life back together. You know what I mean? And he was wasting every bit of money he had on waterlogged wood and just stupid shit here and stupid shit there. And here, I just wanted to be a mother, Like, I didn't have one. I wanted to do that since I had created a kid and brought it into this world. God, I felt so bad for her. But I remember I promised her, I said, I'll never let this world do you the way it's done me. And I meant it. And I've still kept it. She's a vibrant little kid. And I'm proud of her. I'm proud of myself, too, for protecting her. Not leaving her alone just for selfish reasons and things like that. And if that has happened to you, forgive yourself. Don't you dare sit and wallow around in that self-pity and that guilt and that shame, because it'll drive you insane, especially as a mother. Don't do it. Trust me. It's not worth it. Because they love you unconditionally. That's your child. I don't care. My mom has done some horrible things to me. Things that I wouldn't sit and say it publicly, because I wouldn't want to do that to her, because I honor her, right? But some of the things that's happened due to her hand, it's really hard to digest still, even now. But God showed me her life and like how it happened and how she thought she was doing what was best for me when she signed her rights over right to my dad, because my dad made more money than her, and then my stepdad he beat her up all the time. She just, and I, in the same time she's typing this message, it's like I'm hearing it in my mind, which was so weird because I never read her mile-long messages because I thought it was a drunk rant or her doing something because she's tried to change and then she falls back. I just cut her off, for a while. But her and my daughter, my daughter wants to go see her every now and then, I guess I allow it if it feels right, if my mom sounds right, if she's not annihilated, which she knows by now not to do that. And why? She just didn't know. She didn't know. She had no idea. She was being moved by ego, jealousy, and the fact that I was doing things that she wished she could have did when I was little. I could have stayed with her dad, that he was beating the shit out of me. I mean, he put me in the hospital twice. I could have stayed in that same cycle with her watching me get beat up like that all the time. And I wasn't always combative and trying to fight. I was just trying to bond with my kid and build a life, be a Betty homemaker. You know what I mean? And it just wasn't right. It wasn't meant to be. There you go. But at the same time, I had strength to stay away from him. And I definitely, when he finally left, he put so much PTSD in me, you guys. If you moved your hand like that, I'd go, like you would never would have recognized me back 10 years ago. Never. I'd never sit up here and talk like this. Never. I'd be, or chewing on my fingers or something like, you know what I mean? It just wasn't like who I am now. God does heal you, but it takes time. You gotta want it though. How bad do you want it? Like I was telling somebody, one of my dear friends, I told her, I said, how bad do you want it? I said, if you want it, if you really want it, I said, I'm here for you. But this is the last chance you're going to get. I'm not going to keep holding the door open for you while you go and run and do your thing and then thinking you're going to come back here and do that. Nope. You have a way out. And because I'm giving that to you. And I know to love her from a distance because she has narcissistic tendencies too, because we were raised by them, right? And she took off the other way. What could I do? I told her, you're not a burden. You're not, she said, I'm too, I don't know what she said. I'm too messed up for you to have to deal with. And it made me just so sad because I've been there. I've been there in her shoes, feeling that way. And I'm like, no, nothing you can say or do is too much for me to do this. I can do this for you, but you can't be stealing from me. You can't be doing stupid shit. I gotta respect myself too, but she's gonna do it. She's an adult. Even though she got dealt shitty cards and fell victim to the narcissist, the evil one. If they catch you young enough, they'll warp your brain to the point where you won't even know what's real and what's not, what's reality and what's not. You won't even care about certain things that you should be caring about, like her teeth or the way. It's hard. It's really sad for me to even think about because I want her to come with me so bad, but I wasn't gonna make her because and I ain't gonna put myself out there and gun. I'm not gonna put myself on front street to get shot at, like front lines or whatever. Thank you. My mom does. I pray for her too. And when they treat others like they're better than them, it's disorder and lack of empathy. It's I think I know where you're going with that. If you're going the same way I think you're going with that, you're absolutely right. And it's like when they downplay your story or your hurt, that's something else that ain't good either. Like some of the things I kept from my mom for so long because I thought she couldn't handle it mentally, right? I thought if I tell her this, she's gonna destroy herself mentally. Here, this whole time, she didn't give a shit. Because when I told her, she acted like it didn't even like she didn't even hear it. And that made me hate her for a while, a lot longer for a while, God. And because I thought I was protecting her by not saying nothing about what was going on. I wanted to keep the peace. I didn't want anybody fighting. I thought I could take it. I knew I was strong enough to take it, But it wasn't fair for me. And it's bullshit now that I think back on it. But that's the past, guys. All we got's the future. And if that shit defined me, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you today. Slur Speak 20 surgery. Good as news, I don't die. I'm glad you're here. Hold on. You can't make those choices for people. I know. I know. And nobody can make them for me neither. When I wasn't ready, I wasn't ready. But I still had myself. Like, you know what I mean? I never was fully taken out of God's hands. Like no matter how far off I got, I still had some conscious left. Like I still had some awareness of, hey, you're not always going to be like this. You're going to make it. 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 Every time I had to get revived. And you guys, I've been through it. And I remember the last time it happened, my daughter will be here any second, so I'm going to hurry up. The last time I quit for a long time. And the way it sneaks up on you. It was a sneak attack. I was getting a check the same stomping grounds where I used to go. And somebody wanted to give me a tester, right? And I thought, well, at first I said, do I look like a dope fan to you? Like, rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, well, the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, nobody will know. Nobody's going to know, Caitlin. It's free. You're not wasting no money. Might as well get you, go and do it. And yeah, well, they humiliated humiliation rituals are real. They have me all over everything, you guys. I was on the news and everything. They never knew I'd be who I am now. And the lady, it was a melanated woman. I'll never forget. When I woke up, I didn't know what happened, right? I just thought I was going to numb some pain. That's all I thought it was. I didn't think anybody was going to know about it. I didn't think it was going to lead to that. Because it wasn't, that's when the fentanyl just started trickling in. It was before, we knew. It was like that. So the lady said, that was your third one. And she's so, disconnected because that's what she does all the time. You know what I mean? She has to disconnect in a way. Think about it. I'm not an EMT, but I can imagine. But, she said, oh, there you are, honey. She said, that was your last one. We wasn't going to give you another one. And she started telling me what happened, and everything. She was so sweet. And that cop said, and he was yelling at me, and I was crying because I didn't know. They tore my car apart. It was horrible. But the way that lady just was like an angel, she didn't judge me at all. She was like, there you are. You came back the third. They only give you 3, I guess, pumps. I don't know how it went. This was years ago, you guys. And it's just crazy how... if I would have passed away then, how many lives would I've not have been able to touch? How many, I'm not saying I'm just all that and touching people's lives left and right, but I know by the testimonies that I've received by some of you guys, even you changed my life by sharing it with me. This one person said that they were contemplating, unaliving themselves, right? And one of my videos came on, and it was weird because it was I didn't want to put Nirvana in a God song. It didn't make sense to me as my well, guys, my things, I think I guess it got a restriction. You know what? I'm tired of your restrictions. I'm about to give you a reason just to really to restrict it, because I'm tired of it. What did I say that was bad, guys? Can you correct me? Because I don't know. I didn't know. I mean, literally, I want to know what you heard that was triggering. They won't tell you. Like, well, that's what, like, whoever did it, somebody's in the chat. Out of the 15 people, somebody did it. What did I say to you to piss you off? Or to trigger you? Am I not allowed to tell my testimony? It's the freedom of speech. We don't live in America. Let's get real. If you're offended, just scroll. Camel toes right next door, I'm sure. Gosh, you know what I mean? Thank you guys for reassuring me, because I didn't know. You know, maybe I did. I'm open-minded to taking correction. You know, I know I'm not always right, but I didn't think I said anything out of the way to where I got restrictions for it now. They hopped out, I guess. I think I got a hunch on who it is. It's the same person that's been plaguing my life for years, you guys. And it's on a fake profile, and it's weird. I don't even want to give them their 3 seconds of fame. But it's weird. It's bizarre. A little kid. Like this person was attacking me on comments and stuff, talking about me when I was a kid. And I'm like, you're talking about a 10-year-old Caitlin. What does that say about a grown woman? You. You know what I mean? Like, the ignorance is just, it's like, it's bizarre. It was bizarre, some of the things that person was saying. For no reason. And I'd never done nothing wrong to that lady. Never. And when I did, I told her I was sorry. AR monitors words main. We can't say that. Oh, I don't even know what that says. Tell us the haters, pray for them. They know not what they do all the time. I know. But sometimes don't it make you mad? Like, not really mad, just like, try to understand. Like, can we come to grips with this? Like, do you want to square up? Or like, you know what I mean? What, like, don't like me half the time. I hate when people do that to me. They want to like me half the time, but then when I'm not around, they don't like me. It's like, if you don't like me all the time. Nobody needed you to like me to survive. You know, quit playing both sides of the fence, lady. You know, it's not that hard. That's why I told her. I said, if you don't like me all the time. It's just that simple. I never done nothing wrong. I thought of this woman like a mother. And she did me dirty. Way dirtier than my own mother did. Which, glory to God for that. Same, taking blame for so many others. Yeah. I'm guessing that word was their excuse. Oh, you think that's what it was? They need to give us a handbook on all words that are restricted. Yeah, they do. They should. I mean, I didn't know we're in America. You know what I mean? We're allowed to have freedom of speech. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? But you guys remember Del Rey, if she's still in the chat, remember how I used to get banned once a week on there. You guys, this has been a journey. The way I just spill the beans on stuff and don't realize it, and it throws me off, bans me, and I'm devastated. I used to get so upset when it would happen, you guys. I don't care anymore, but I used to get so mad and cry. And like, or I'd think it was only for a day. Hold on. I'd only think it was for a day, right? And it would be for a whole week. And I'd get all ready. This is when I was first starting. I'd get all dressed up and stuff, and I'd go live, and it wouldn't let me. I'd get all upset, but, you know, whatever. I don't care anymore. You know, I know that if it's happening to me, it's happening for me. And maybe I did say something that somebody didn't feel was good, you know, whatever, you know. But I wish they would tell me. That way I know not to do it again, you know? Right? I'm here. I do remember. It was all the time. And I wasn't being reckless. I mean, I wasn't being... Look, I'm not no different than the camel toe jamming her out, jamming with their moose knuckle. That they get the moose knuckle out all day. But I can't say a certain word. Does that make sense to you? What insane asylum are we in? That's what I want to know. And when the hell did we get here? Oh, man. I don't like to show my face too much. Kind of hide it in my picture. Why? I mean, it's okay. If you want, you can hide your face if you want. But if you have any insecurities, I would try to work through them, because a lot of stuff that the world taught me to hate about myself is what really made those that were for me love me. Like the things I stand for, and like, you know, the way I won't let the fat kid get bullied, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's other people that see that and they love me for that. When others could see you're, you know, roll your eyes or whatever. Like, I'd always, you know, take up for, and she ended up telling on me one time. I'll never forget that lady, that girl that did that. I always, because she was, you know, a little on the chunky side. She was obese, guys, in school. And they would pick on her, and I would intervene all the time. I'd say, you're not doing that to her. And she snitched on me, because I was in the back of the line. I drew big penis on the board on the lunch line. I was ornery, all right? And it was me and her in the back of the line, and she told on me. I'll never forget that. Because when we got back, the teacher was mad. Who wrote this on the board? And I'm like, please, oh, not me. I'm looking around like, would you do that? And then they all pointed at me. And I'm like, oh, you guys, no jokes, no balls. See if I take up for you again. That's what I was thinking. I did, though. I did all the time. Anytime. Because I don't know why. I guess because I knew that her home conditions weren't the best. Because mine weren't. Even though I was strong enough to hold it together, to make it look good, I knew that it wasn't. It wasn't. Like, I was hip to a lot of things I shouldn't have been hip to at a very early age. And you know what's crazy is that it taught me in good ways. There's bad ways and good ways that it taught me. Like, it taught me that this system isn't for us. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. They do help in certain situations. But, like you know, because my dad, you know, a little bit when I was growing up, and he'd say, if they ever pulled you out of school, don't tell them I do that, because they'll take you from me. That kind of, and so I was like, okay, you know, I was a kid, I didn't know what the difference was. I didn't know why he could smoke cigarettes and not that. It didn't make sense to me. All I knew is that I trusted everything the man said. But since I've grown up, I've realized that they're not always on our team. They fail kids every day that really need them. Look at that one Sanchez boy in California. They went out there how many times? Them social workers. And that boy got beat to death. And starved to death in that cabinet. Like, hello. Who gave your license? Wasn't the Most High. Jesus. That was horrible. You guys remember that? That Sanchez kid in California? How bad the system failed him? Because of the mother was friends with the worker? It was horrible, you guys. I cried my ass off. Like, I can come out like I got a strong shell. Like, I'm like, but I'm softy, you guys. For real. I'm a little softy. I cry about the littlest stuff. I'll be watching reels in the morning. That's why I don't watch them in the morning. And, like, something, like, with, like, some real soft music will come on, and I'll be, America's like, Mom, I'm ready. Let's go. And I'm like, okay. I watched this little dog get rescued. You know what I mean? Just up and down roller coasters. All right, so we turn to the book real quick because she'll be getting home. Here she is. Let me unlock the door for her. I'm coming. Get out. Good, Galaxy, get out now. Go on. He gets on my nerves anymore because he's such a jalopy. He failed the police academy. My dog failed the police academy, I swear, because he's like a jalopy, you know. There's so much going on in this world that people don't realize is sickening. Oh God, April. You know what God told me? God told me that he hides a lot of from me because he said my heart wouldn't be able to take it. Especially the people that I know that has done certain things behind my back. Like, because I'll ask, why did you cut this person out of my life? Like, why aren't they allowed to be a part of my life? Why aren't they allowed to sit at my table, right? And it's already on. And he said, if he even gave me a glance, it would devastate me to the point of, I guess, I don't know how bad. I don't know the extent. It must have been really bad because I've been through a lot. But it's the person is who it was that I trusted, that I love, is why he kept it hidden from me, because of the person. Like, if any stranger does me wrong, yeah, I'm used to pulling knives out of my back, you know, we'll keep going. But if it's somebody that I care about and love, that hits deep. That's the ones that God tries to hide from me because he knows how sensitive I am when it comes to that. And we don't have all the chances in the world to be opened and to always have this trust and this love to give after we've been trampled so many times. I mean, God knows your heart way more than I think we do, you know. And that's why he picks servants after his own heart. You may not look the part, you may not sound the part, you may not even talk like the part. But God sees your heart. And that's from the very start. And that's what brought a good tree, good fruit. I just read that out of the Bible. Alright, you guys. My chitlin just got home. Oh, this one right here, guys. This is a good one. Judge not, that ye be not judged. This was the one I was trying to say the other day. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that it is the brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thy own eye? That's like Christ, when Christ said, how can you be worried about the plank that's in your brother's eye? Or like, say, like with me talking about my friend earlier, right? I could be worried about what she's doing, but here, meanwhile, I have this going on. I need to worry about removing the plank out of my own eye before trying to fix hers, which that's not the case, but that's what like, what do they call it? Parables? That's what that parable, like, always, like, meant to me. Like, how can you go trying to judge somebody when you're not, you know, completely stainless? Especially to hurt them. If anything, pull them aside. Don't humiliate people. Pull them aside. Let them know what's up. That humiliation's got to stop, guys. Especially humiliating as children. They humiliated me all the time as a child. I always remember them humiliating me. Always. My parents, you name it. We would go to a funeral and I'd get my ass busted just so I would be the one crying. It was just horrible. For no reason. Just, which I forgive, but still, it's like, God, man, not much mercy on old Kate here. Others you love as the ocean combined. I'd like to meet you guys, because, you know, I don't really talk to many people in the flesh and the physical, like, you know, my child and of course, people I have to, you know, work with, but that's short-lived, and I don't share this kind of stuff with them, you know what I mean? Like, that would be kind of weird, but, like, I really dump my heart out here a lot to some of you guys, in hopes that it can help you. That's the only reason. Maybe you relate, your testimony maybe, like, relate to mine, and if I can do it, you can do it too, you know? And just keep going. Just keep putting your best foot forward, guys. No matter what. Even if you fall. Even if you slip and fall. Those you guys that are in narcissistic abuse relationships, I keep picking up on this too. You guys get so upset and feel so stupid for letting this happen again. Quit calling. Be nicer to yourself. And understand that you're trauma bonded to this individual. It's going to take a little bit of time to allow the effects to wear off, and it's going to be hard. Them narcissistic bonds are no joke at all, and they will drain your life force from you if you let them. But don't persecute yourself, because you don't feel stupid because you did it again. Just because you had that openness in your heart to love again, don't feel stupid for that. That's God. God put that in you. And one day, he's going to give you somebody that's going to reciprocate it, and it's going to blow your mind. They're going to match your freak. Not like that, but, you know, weirdo. They're going to match your weird. There we go. That's a better word for it. God. They'll match your weird. And then they're not going to be narcissistic just pretending that they are matching your weird. It's unfortunate, but them suckers, we got to be careful, because they are everywhere. They're running rampant. It was educational experiences. What all the tough stuff in my life. Oh, absolutely. Your priceless, cannot be bought. Know your worth with confidence. Yeah, I mean, but who tells you that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you really know? You really got to know yourself. And when you know yourself, nothing will move you out of your peace. Like, somebody said something to me the other day. Oh, they said they really did. And it started to get to me, but I'm like, I know I don't do that. So, nice try, bub. They said that, like, I had, like, the OnlyFans or the, whatever it is, the thing that people do for, like, I don't, like, pop, lock, and drop it. I don't know what they do on there. But I was accused of having one. And, it hurt my feelings, really, because I thought the person knew me better than that. But at the same time, it's like, who cares if I did? What's your business anyway? But, like, I don't. But, you know what I mean? It just was degrading. I felt like they were degrading me, throwing a cheap shot. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not knocking it. Teach its own. I don't care what anybody does. I'm just saying, for me, for that individual specifically to say that to me, it did hurt. It kind of pissed me off, really, because I don't, and I thought they knew me better than that. You know, I'm very humble. You know, I humble myself before God, though. But I have this confidence I had to grow into. It's the transformation. The tunnel transformation is very much 100% true. And it'll feel like you're in that thing and going in a tornado. You don't know what way you're going to stop. But when you stop, you might look at yourself in the mirror and you won't even recognize the person looking back at you. Because you're you. You're the you that your inner child knew you could be. And when you get there, you let go, but you gotta let go of the guilt, the shame, and all the bad stuff you've done, and all the shitty things you participated in by following, by not leading. Just we've all done dumb shit, guys. Every one of us. But once you know, it's time to start trying to, not do that no more. I guess. Yeah, that's the best way I explain it. That way you don't keep repeating that same self-hatred. I had something I wrote that I really wanted to share with you guys. Let me think of where it's at. Life is like a roof. I thought you said you liked my roof. I was ready to say, you want to see a tour? I'll show you a tour of the roof. You guys, I'm stupid sometimes. But no, there's this little thing I wrote, and I want to share it with you guys because I think it'll benefit this conversation that we're having. Whether or not, I think it might cut you guys out. If it does, then it wasn't meant to share. Well, there's still 8 people in the chat, so I guess you guys can still see me, hear me. All right. This thing I wrote, I'm trying to think of how it even goes and where I even put it at, but this is like I guess my prayer room, I guess you could call it. Where was that at? God, it was so important. I feel like somebody on here needs to hear it. Somewhere like. Okay, well here's one. I'm just going to give you little notes that I see as I'm. Remember to keep practicing a routine. If you write it, complete it. That's a good one. And the other one, where the heck is it? It's kind of weird. It kind of hit me different too, because I don't even remember writing it, right? You like my little light? I found that in the garbage can, and I hung it. I hung it before I tested it. I didn't even know if it worked. Like, duh. But, okay. Be a detective first. Then, like a dentist, extract the defects. Once defected, what and how it made us feel. I guess I didn't spell it right, but once detected, what and how does it make you feel? Quit the self-doubt. Trust your natural God-given instincts. And then just speak as though it were. Whatever you want to be. Like I'm a professional and get paid at my value as a practitioner in all avenues I choose. And I've been a life coach. God, I wrote this years ago. I'm a lovable and capable of receiving unconditional love as I have to offer. Write things as though they already were, but the one that I wanted to give you guys is, this is a good one to say too. God is the presence and power in me right now. And really sit and ponder on that like God is the presence and the power in you right now. Yeah, you on the couch. Yeah, you eating the Cheetos. Yeah, it don't matter who I'm talking to. But you got to be aware of it first for it to work. Here's one. This is the one I wanted to share with you guys. I'm pretty sure this is it. It's kind of deep, so I don't know if I want to share it or not. I might as well. I mean, I'm already up here. Never receive proper love, so we tend to think we are the burden, not able to be loved by anyone. So as we try to put ourselves in false imitations and high expectations, only to find the same issues. It starts with me. Self-love anchored within is the true definition of peace, and the readiness of finding the proper love you seeked outside of self. Go within. And then number 2, those circumstances. Oh God. Oh. Okay. Number 2, those circumstances can hardwire us. This is a good one, guys. Those circumstances, the ones that I just read from, those circumstances that can make us feel like we're unlovable. Those circumstances can hardwire us to keep going back to that toxic normalness that only keeps us broken and unsatisfied with our choices, which may lead to deep self-hatred. Like going back to the narcissist, things like that. Things that you make you feel stupid. You're not stupid. You just love hard. Your mind does what it thinks you want it to do. What we say, our mind don't know the difference from fact or fiction. Be kind to yourself. And go by logic if your intuition fails. I don't know where I came up with that, but that was... Let me know when you find out what... you know what the difference is between the two. Because I need to know. The subconscious doesn't know the difference from a joke or facts. Speak loud and clear the facts of you. Speak loud and clear the facts of you. Don't let these other people do it for you. Because you're capable of receiving unconditional love as you have to offer. You're capable of doing whatever you think of. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he shall be. It just takes a little time to unwind the hands of time that we've all been touched by, guys. And time ain't waiting on nobody. Time won't wait on no one. It's not going to wait on no one. And if you ask me, I say the time is now to unite and to try to love each other more and connect a little bit more on a broader scale other than just the cardinal, your shoes and my shoes and your jacket and my jacket. You know what I mean? Like, or you're fat and I'm not, or... You know, like, past that stuff, past that cardinal thinking, and of just accepting each other as knowing that I am you and you are me. We are all one, you know. That way we can build the new kingdom that is being established on earth. And that's why they keep talking about that wealth transfer. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it, but that's what, because I've asked God, I'm like, is this real or what? Because, you know, I predicted the earthquake, so that was crazy. I didn't know neither till like a year after it happened, and I even wrote it down, and I got it too. I couldn't believe it. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I have no idea what I was gonna say. I'm in the book of John. Lovely to see you. Been a minute. Love you or lost you, but. Here you are, very pleased by this, XO. I'm glad you're here, Lorna. I love you guys, alright? You guys have helped me out a lot, more than you know. And I'm sure I've helped you guys more than I know, you know? So, just keep spreading kindness, even when you don't feel like you have any in your body left to give. Even when everybody else is treating you like shit. You don't, you know... You gotta be more compassionate. Like, you don't know what kind of day they went through, or what their wives or their husbands are doing. What, you know, you don't know. People, I noticed one thing. I can take my rage out on innocent people just because I don't have nowhere else to put it. You know what I mean? I'll be like pissed off driving to work just because I'm working. And then I want to take it out on somebody because I'm running late. My ass is running late, but I'm going to beep and get mad at the person in front of me. That's not fair. I should have got up and out the door a little earlier. You know what I mean? Like, that's me not holding myself accountable, right? I should have left earlier. But instead, it's their fault. How dare you go slow in front of me? I'm running late. They're just going the speed limit. Like, you know what I mean? We are one in the book of John. Really? We heal together. We do. We need each other to heal, guys. We really do. You know what it meant for me? This is what unconditional love means to me. I think that unconditional love for you or for anybody is somebody that meets you where you're at. And maybe if you might be in your crappiest hour of life, and they're willing to love you anyway. No matter what you've done in your life, they don't keep records of wrongdoings. True love don't keep records of what you've done wrong in your past. True love, they'll take you whatever way you come, you know, with nothing. if you have no money, of course you don't want to be a bum. You know what you guys know what I mean. I don't want to go into that. But like, you know, unconditional love is hard to find anymore, guys, and we need more of it. We need more people to love like you guys can, okay? Don't ever think that your capabilities of that love is harming you, because as bad as you might think it is, it's something that's going to be required, because I needed it for so many years, yet I've given it to so many people, and nobody's ever met me at my lowest and seen what I was doing behind the scenes that nobody knew about, and loved me anyway. But God did. So now I know how to love people that are still in the dark. And I am a life coach, guys. I am a certified life coach, and I have a lot. I have a couple. I'm getting ready to pick back up, guys. I did go through a stage of depression. I'm not even gonna lie, to where I felt like I wasn't capable of coaching anybody because I couldn't coach myself very well. That's what life coaches go through. But I'm back on it again, and there's I'm about to redo my website again. I'm not very tech savvy, but I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna let some of my clients put testimonials in there, so you guys can get a gist of I need to change the prices. I don't know what them prices are, guys. I don't know how to make a website. I just pay for the domain every month, and you know, I didn't know what I was doing, but so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get that ready. I'm a licensed, not licensed, it's certified. I'm a certified life coach. And I specialize in just about anything, especially trauma. Like, you know, if you want somebody to listen to you without judging you or changing their opinion of you, I'm your girl, okay? Because if I haven't done it, I'm sure I've been close, okay? Because my hands aren't clean. They are now, but thank God for that, right? Keep walking. Good to see you. Very good. It's good to see you too. I haven't seen you in forever. A bunch of my day ones are in the building. Woo, woo. I love you all saying love and light and balance and healing. Yes, we are one. He is in me as I am in him. I love that. I wish I could pin that comment, because that's facts. Like, God loves you the same way. God don't see you like that. Like when he was calling me, right? I thought, God, are you sure? Because I wasn't being that cookie cutter Christian. I was doing things that nobody knew about, but God knew, and I knew he knew, right? And I'm like, God, are you sure you want to use me? I mean, you know what I'm doing. You know what I do. And he said, come to me on the strength you have. And when I did, it all fell off. And now I did do a backslide when I came back around the same environment, which that's the inevitable. But that was just, I guess, to teach me a few more things, you know. Teach you who my friends were, what kind of friends I'm used to, what kind of friends that I'm trying to learn to not feel so weird around. Like, we're the in-betweeners, guys. The chosen are like the ones that come from poverty, come from nothing. We're the bums, and we're the ones that are like finally getting our shit together, but we don't know how to fit in with the ones that are already established. So we find ourselves like wandering around not knowing what to do. Or we feel unwanted. We feel like our company isn't wanted because that's where our family made us feel, or whatever, you know. That's kind of where I'm at right now, but I think we're all going to get through it each day at a time, and I'm glad that you guys spent this time with me, and I need you guys, dude. I really do. Just as much as you guys may find yourselves needing me, I need you guys too, especially when the energy's good like this. And damn, it is colder than hell out. Well, I guess hell ain't cold, but it's cold out. That's another thing, guys. Go for a little walk. Even if you got to put a couple layers on without your phone in the woods, and it'll help you get balance back into mother. And mother will help you navigate through things. What else was there? That was something else I was going to talk to you guys about today. It was about the flesh, dominating the flesh. Because when I was in Texas going through all that crazy AWOL, I went AWOL and didn't tell nobody, I just left. When I was living completely in the spirit, you wouldn't believe the lies that they've told us to keep us addicted to food and things like that. And I know it sounds crazy to the average mind, right? But they do. And it's like your real body. I went 3 days with no water or food, and I felt completely fine. Now, this was after trial and error of fasting. I thought God was torturing me the first 3 days. Because I had to cook for my daughter and stuff, and I thought it was absolute torture. That's what I said, are you enjoy torturing me? Here and then I thought I was going to get immediate answer. He had to really slow and steady teach me how to understand it. My spiritual eyes were becoming open. I was going real long lengths without breathing. It was weird. It was weird, you guys. Like living in the when you're in the fullness of your spirit, you don't need what most people need. It's just crazy. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but please repent for his kingdom hand. I love you too, Leanne. I think I'm about booted from you. I'm so happy to. I think I'm bought booted to. Hold on, what? I think I'm bought booted me from you. I'm so happy to you. You're a beautiful face, friend. You look happy. I am happy. I mean, he does choose the broken, April. He does, and the broken and contrite in spirit, the one that we're down the dumps, because we know compassion. We know what pain looks like. To me, knowing what pain looks like, what pain feels like, it makes the bond stronger, because it don't make me feel like such an outcast, because I've been through a lot, and but not to victimize myself, so the other person understands what they're dealing with, basically, I'm not, I can't be fake. I can't be, when I don't feel it, that's why I kind of took a break for a while, because I wasn't doing a very good job with my mental health. It kind of was taking a toll on me, and I kind of went through a faith shake where I didn't know what was going on, what my belief systems was, what was going on, because everything's been a lie. We know that, and it's like, so what's this Jesus thing? It don't matter if it's good or bad. I made the agreement. So I love him. It don't matter. He let me out. That's what I came up with today. That was the conclusion. That was the conclusion I came up with today. Whether he's bad or not, we're in it to win it, or whatever he wants to do. Nice walk for us before dark. I can walk down a little bit if you guys want me to. Oh, I think my connection's getting messed with, you guys. Hold on a minute. Oh, gosh, wait, my dog wants to tackle me out the door, like always. It's cold. No, I do got some nice property down here, which I'm really grateful for. And I gotta get some wood. Wi-Fi. You'll be okay. I'm not gonna be that far. You kids in this Wi-Fi, they act like it's a lifeline. Threaten to take that Wi-Fi away, by God. They think you're about to pull the plug on their life support. Gosh. But yeah, I'm making little trails too. Here, I don't know if I can turn this camera around or not. But I'm making one that goes down in here, you guys. And it goes way down in there. And all around. That's my little fire pit. Here's my big one for my bonfire. You guys want to see my bonfire one? Where I have my bonfires. The neighbor's probably like, get your water hose. Caitlin's out there late at night about to freaking catch the forest on fire. because I'll be out here all by myself. Bonfires. And I plant these trees, look. And I told America, this one's not dead, you see? You see that right there? It's not dead. I told her that them trees will be big when I'm old, and she's my age. Them trees are gonna be real big, and she's gonna remember me planting them. That's what I told her. And she'll remember me telling her that too. So, plant a tree with your kid today. Spend time with what really matters. What's really gonna matter. You distracting yourself from the pain, or are you healing through it so you don't leave it to your lineage? It's gotta stop with you. It's gotta stop with somebody. Don't make it be your child, you know? They're innocent, huh? And I protect them, guys. Protect your babies with everything you got. And don't matter if you gotta sacrifice a night at home if your plans get canceled or whatever. Your baby's safety's what matters most. Trust me, it ain't worth it. God, there's so many women that don't think of it like that. It's not worth it. My little sisters went through hell because we have different dads, you know. And just protect you see, mine's rotten, but she's still got a good spirit, you know. Nobody's ever broken her spirit. I ain't never let that happen. Not in front of me, it ain't. But I'm also preparing her to be ready for the world, you know. I don't want her to get, you know what I mean? Kids don't come with instruction manuals. But I don't want her to be a weakling. But I don't want her to be a bully. And it's like, be who you want to be, kid. But I'm going to lead by example. If you want to follow, good. And if not, then I'll still love you. That's what I figured I'd tell her, you know. Because that's fair. I don't want her to be like me. Like my dad always pushing all his shit on me. Like, that's why I'm an elevator technician. That wasn't my ideal career. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to grow up and be an elevator tech, Dad. Even though there's good money in it, but still. My hands look horrible, you guys. Like, if you guys see me close up in personal, my hands are wrecked. They look like they're about 50 years old. And I'm only 32. I'll be 33 next year. I remember trees, my grandparents' parents, and they're huge now. See? Yep. There's something about that I think is cool, you know, because that's what I think about with God. I'm like, when my face starts getting shaken around, I'm like, what am I? Like, do I believe in God? Is Jesus real? And I'm like, who brought you up in the first place? Where was you planted in the first place? I'm like, I get back to where my roots are. Boom. That's where I find it every time. And it all makes sense. And as to who I am, who I've been, who I always will be. And hopefully I just improve. I just continue to improve. But guys, I do have dark times. I think we all do. But I am back to booking sessions and stuff. And I'm ready to get the show on the road with this life coaching. And I'm willing to work with prices, whatever's. I'm not doing this for money, guys. Like, I do the elevator stuff for money. That's how I make my finances. But this is my purpose. This is like an ant, you know, like if the ant's a worker ant, he works. And like if the queen's a queen, she's a queen. This is my purpose, is to just accept people, give people acceptance where they never found none. Just so they can learn to accept themselves. And be real with themselves. And get out of like the illusion that we've all been in. We had to survive. You know what I did? I stepped outside of myself, guys. And I stopped and I looked at myself throughout my whole addiction. Because I hated myself for it bad. Because I knew I was better than that. But I stopped for a minute and I said, you know what, Caitlin? Thank you. Because if it wasn't for you doing that, you might not have been alive right now to tell the tale. You were doing whatever it took for you to stay alive. I'm never going to persecute myself for nothing else that I did that others didn't like, just to keep myself sane or keep myself happy or numb or whatever it was. And that helped. So I hope you guys. I am going to get off here. I think my connection's going in and out anyway, but I do love you guys. And shit, can I say bye to my freaking family? I love you guys, and It was good talking to you. I feel good energy in the chat for once. God, it's been forever since I felt good energy in this chat. And I hope certain things I said wasn't too much about me and was just enough to where you can intertwine it with your own life. Just to try to give it try to give it a shot. Maybe it might help. Maybe it might not. But I just want you guys out here at your best because y'all deserve it. All right? I believe that. Until next time, you guys, I'll be back on later or, soon enough. But yeah, my website is www.purecrownministries, all right? Pure is my name is Caitlin. It means pure, and crown, that's what Stefan means. So I came out with Pure Crown Ministries. Me and God was just going with the flow. And that's where I was slowed down at. I'm like, is this a ministry? What is this? What am I doing here? But I guess it's just to help maybe it's help the blind see and the lost find their way back home to themselves, just like I had to do it. We all fall short of the glory of God, guys. The righteous man stands 7 falls, but we stand again 7 times. A bunch of times. Oh, probably 700. Just get back up. That's all you gotta do. Just get back up. Get back, get yourself up and die. Or how do I have to die again? Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust yourself off and try again. Try again. You can dust yourself off and try again. Try again. That's it. Come on, Galaxy. Come on, thick unit. Let me turn it on. Let's see. I'll show you guys my little thing. But I got me a new damper and stuff, so it should be alright. You guys see it? The last wood pile there, and there. That's like 1 night worth, and it gets cold as hell in here. I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get off here and try to get some of these drafts or something filled in. But I love you guys, and I'm so glad to talk to you, Dell and Patty Love, and all you guys that have been with me since day one. All you guys that are just now joining the family. Thank you guys for vibing with me and communicating with me and accepting me, all right? I love you guys. Until next time, stay prayed up, stay strapped in the word and in the physical. You know me. I keep a bang on me. Oh, it's hilarious. No, because it's funny, I do. But all right, I love you guys. Till next time. I'll see y'all in a little bit. I have drafts too. Need to fix them. April, send them out anyway. Send them out the way they are. Send them out the way they are. If you're being called to make content, send them out the way they are. What's the worst they're gonna do? Bad comments are better than none. That's what I said. Because they ran me through the muck at first when I first got on here. You guys, I have gotten off here and cried and looked in the mirror and cried because of the things people would say about me and about my appearance and everything. And now it's just water's off the duck's back. I don't give a shit because I know who I am now, and this ain't about vanity. But if you have any drafts, or if you're editing, if that's what you're talking about, put them out the way they are. If you want, whatever is comfortable to you. But I think that real authentic version of you is what people crave. They just don't know it yet. So, it's just a golden nugget for you. You never know. I don't never edit, guys. If you guys ever watch my YouTube, you guys know I don't never edit. And sometimes it's brutal and cringe mountain is real. I had to climb it. I think we all do. But let's cringe it out together, baby. I'm here to witness it. And I've been through it, so it's okay. We can be cringy together. At least we're being real. I'd rather be cringe than be a fake any day, right? Because I've been cringe a lot. Some of my videos, I'm like, oh, God, I don't want to take it down. And God's like, nope. Because you said that 2 little words there that somebody needed to hear. I'm like, huh. Okay. So you make me look cringy as hell for 2 words that somebody needed to hear. That I have no idea who they are. That's what obedience looks like. Obedience looks like doing stuff that makes you feel cringe. but really you're reaching somebody. Like that time I had that Nirvana song on. So when I first started talking about God, I had that Nirvana song on, and I was talking about God. And I'm not going to say no names, but the person ended up emailing me or something like that and contacted me, and they said that they were in a really down and out spot, and they were in a motel, and they weren't doing very good, like mental health wise. And my video came across their screen, and the only reason it caught their eye was because I was listening to Nirvana, right? But I was bringing up God, and they said that it saved their life. It saved their life that night, and that they wanted to thank me. And I remember I cried because I remember fighting with God about it. I didn't want that Nirvana song in there. Now it's going to go off. Damn it. I didn't want their Nirvana song in there. Is it still on there? I didn't want their Nirvana song in there because I didn't want people to judge me. But that one guy, he loved that song, so it caused attention, and it saved his life, he said. So, go with the flow, man. You're saving millions. It's like millions when you're saving one soul for God. Just by being you. That's it. Just you. And who don't like you, they're not meant for you. I like you. So you can't be that bad. Not toot my horn, nothing. No, but for real. I love you guys. All glory to God. Until next time. Stay prayed up and stay up, guys. Not too late. Make sure you relax and take good care of yourself today, man. Every day. Brush them teeth first. Brush that tongue. Get that swamp ass washed. You gotta get yourself together all day, all the time. Because sometimes depression kicks in, and it's no joke. That's no joke, you know? And it's stuff all day, all the time. Because sometimes depression kicks in, and it's no joke. That's no joke, you know? And it's stuff that people don't talk about, but it needs to be, you know? Because it happens. It's happened to the best of us. But okay, guys. Thanks for watching, Dell. And thanks for watching the rest of you guys. And bye. Bye. I was trying to cut it off. All right.